Carton Show. Big Mac, Craig Carton, great to have you here. Phone number to join, as always, 888-808-1019. Got a great start to the week for you. Got a great show planned for you today. Good afternoon, Big Mac. How are you today, kid?
Craig, how are we doing? How's your weekend?
My weekend was great. Locked in on the news all weekend long, as obviously we and our allies in the Middle East attack Iran, get rid of one supreme leader. He gets replaced, so we get rid of the next supreme leader, who lasted for 10 minutes. But the reason I bring it up out of the gate, and we obviously send thoughts and prayers to all our servicemen and women overseas and here at home that might be drawn into the fight out of the Middle East. That's paramount. Our soldiers obviously getting home safely and being safe wherever they might be. It's funny to me, and that's not a laughing matter, obviously, how sports finds its way into something as serious as war and battle and missiles and all the stuff that happened in Iran over the last couple of days. So two things happen that I find, like in any other era of our lives, never would have been the case. Okay, the first one is the funnier one. All right, so a tweet goes out from the country of Jordan. The country of Jordan announces that we have successfully taken care of not one but two ballistic missiles headed our way from Iran. Okay? Mm-hmm. I guess their missile defense system kicked into overdrive, and they successfully thwarted not one but two ballistic missiles headed for the country. Okay?
That's good.
The very first response to that was something else LeBron never did. Because Jordan, you get it now?
Yes. Took me a second.
Jordan stopped two ballistic missiles.
Can't argue with that one.
Tell me something else LeBron hasn't done that Jordan did. So I got a kick out of that one.
I like that one.
As a non-LeBron
It took
LeBron
me a second, but I like that one. Yeah.
So that's the first one. And then the second one, this is much crazier to me and more your world than mine because I don't do it anymore, obviously. Mm-hmm. So if you're familiar with the predictive gambling markets, Kalshi, an advertiser of this radio station, and Polymarket, et cetera, and obviously all the other legal state-to-state gambling sites are now getting into the predictive markets as well. Stuff you've obviously read about, and a lot of you I know partake in it, right? So it was interesting to me that one of the things you could wager on the predictive market sites was any random date that you picked, right? That with the Ayatollah, the guy we took out this weekend in Iran, would he be the supreme leader of Iran on this date or that date or this date or that date?
And people were wagering on that or trading on it, as they say.
Millions of dollars were traded on whether or not the Ayatollah was going to be the supreme leader. And one of the dates I saw that millions of dollars was wagered on was March 1st, Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. So effectively, he was no longer the supreme leader because we killed him.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah,
now, millions and millions of dollars. So why is there a sports construct to that? That's not the right word. Connection to that?
Yeah.
Because sports fans have nothing else to gamble on. So we started gambling on whether or not the supreme leader of Iran would wake up March 1st as a supreme leader. Here's where it gets tricky. He was killed.
Right.
Okay, assassinated, whatever term you want to use, right?
Yeah.
The predictive market sites will not pay you.
What do you mean?
And people are going crazy about it. So apparently they're claiming that while I don't think anyone reads the small print, I'm not even sure if it wasn't a small print, that the death of an individual renders the wager
null and void?
Null and void. So
that doesn't make any sense.
You don't lose your money. You get your money back. Okay, so everybody got refunded, but you didn't win any money. So if you're just a guy going like, the NFL's over, Super Bowl came and went, NBA All-Star Game.
Where else can I turn?
Baseball's 23 days away, 24 days away at the time. Man, I got to get my gambling fix in. Oh, geopolitical theater. Why not? And I'm not making this up. Tens of millions of dollars was traded / wagered on if he was going to be their leader. And by the way, you could obviously wager on a lot of things like that. I know people had money on Maduro in Venezuela. Would he be their leader by a certain date?
Sure.
But the problem now is what a lot of sports gamblers have experienced when there's like a Fugazi thing that happens and the sports books decide, we're not paying off on that wager for whatever the reason might be.
Right.
If you put money down that the Ayatollah, Khamenei, whatever his name was, right? If you bet that he would not be the leader on March 1st, you won your bet. But you're not getting paid. And people are beyond pissed off about it.
Did they think he was going to get voted out? Great
question.
I mean, what?
Probably not.
Probably
dying
not.
in his sleep. I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So death is pretty much the only way he was not going
Correct.
to be the
But they
leader.
allowed the wagers to take place.
Yeah.
I know they call it trading. I call it wagering because it's wagering. All right, and they're not paying it. So now the only upside of that is if you're on the other side of the trade or the wager. That's why I always say for every bad beat, there's a crazy win. Right? You're thrilled because you get your money back also. Because death is not a reason for the bet to be closed.
This is all
Correct?
just insane.
Yes,
it's insane.
That's where we are now with gambling.
It's insane.
We are now voiding the wagers when people win or lose, I suppose, right? On the outcome of things that are very, very serious and are legitimately life or death.
And I jumped to the idea that we're going to start looking at those things and seeing where big money is put on it.
Insider trading.
That's what,
100%.
all of a sudden, there's millions of dollars on March 1st that the Ayatollah in Iran is out, and it happens?
Yep.
Now,
the same thing happened in Venezuela.
Right, yeah.
And there's people that know we're going to attack or know that there's the possibility of an attack by a certain date, and they're profiting off of it. But again, because it's not regulated, there's really no insider trading rules that you're running afoul of. But that's why I know it's not sports. I know it's a very serious situation. And this is not, I want to be very clear. I'm not taking sides. I'm glad that a terrible dictator's gone. That's my own personal belief. You can have your belief. I don't care what it is. I don't want to talk about it. But it's fascinating how sports immediately became a byproduct of a significant moment in our world's history. Yeah. And people were trying to profit off of it. That and, of course, the LeBron joke, which I got a kick out of.
Of course you did. I was wondering how
but not everybody
LeBron
else did.
I was wondering. This is an interesting way.
Yeah.
This is your most fascinating way to introduce a LeBron James insult to open the show. Good for you.
I thought so. But
some people would just take the easy way. Not
me.
You think every day, how can I insult
every
LeBron
day?
In the most
is there a place for me to take a shot at LeBron today? Now, look, I know you wager from time to time.
Yes, I do.
I know it's a slow time of year for wagering, obviously, right? Unless you're an NBA gambler or a college basketball gambler.
Or golf. I know a lot of people do like to gamble on golf. You
which
get good
is crazy
odds.
to me. But okay.
You get good odds on golf.
Have you ever considered wagering on the assassination attempt of a world leader?
I do this for a living, and I don't know enough about sports to gamble on it, let alone
and win, right?
And win, and let alone this kind of thing. So no, I have not.
Yeah,
I have not. Yeah. It has not run through my mind. Let's see.
Yeah.
Who's next on the topple of dictators?
And by the
list?
way, I'm with you 1,000,000%. It is a guaranteed lock that there are people who somehow had knowledge of a pending attack or something like that told other people, because that's the nature of the business, right? And those people are like, if I know we're attacking on February 28th, and I can make a couple mil right now that the Ayatollah is gone on March 1st, I'm not hurting anybody. Right?
That's the scary thing.
And that's exactly what took place. The problem now is that they're not paying you. And it's a huge, I'm telling you, it's a huge to do right now.
I don't know.
And if there's anything that's going to knock the predictive markets on its ass, because it's growing and out of control like a steam locomotive, it'd be something like this, where you decide to get involved, you throw a couple bucks on something like that, non-sports, you win, you're excited about the win, and then they tell you, oh, by the way, we're not paying you. It's kind of like, I read a story last week. There was a guy who was in Vegas, and I was playing slots, and won like a $4 million slot. And the casino came to her and said, no, we're not paying you. That was a malfunction. And instead they gave her like 2 comp tickets to the buffet. And now that's going to go to court, obviously.
Of course.
But, yeah. So that's what we're wagering on now.
Well, I mean, that's the scary part. The scary part is people with inside information. And if you're smart enough, maybe you could read into this. Follow it, right? There's that website, or I don't know if it's an app or a website, but it follows, like, you could put in senators and congressmen.
Yeah, it's
and
the Pelosi thing, right?
Yeah, I think that was where it started.
Yeah.
But you could follow what they do, how they invest their money in the stock market.
Yeah.
And assume that they're doing things that because on information that the rest of us don't have.
Yeah.
So like when all of a sudden this pops up and you're millions of dollars on March 1st and it happens the day before.
Crazy.
Yeah,
and now you don't get paid out, so that's going to become an issue. So that'll be the first big knock on the predictive sites. They're not going anywhere, of course, but that'll be the first one where people start claiming, I'm taking my money, going home, I'm not doing it anymore. We got March Madness coming up, the postseason tournament start at the end of this week, so I think your focus will be on that. But like, if you ever wondered what gambling addiction looks like, it's got many faces. I'll give you an example. For me, it was betting like $30,000 on a hand of blackjack. That's absurd, it's stupid, and that's what addiction looks like when you have the ability to do that, okay? And I own that, and it's disgusting and disgraceful and all that. But another face of gambling, problem gambling, if you take your hard-earned money and you're wagering on whether or not war is going to start tomorrow, whether or not an assassination is going to happen by a certain date, I think it's fair for me to say you have a problem.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you can't go a couple days because sports aren't, at their hot spot right now, and you can't go 24 hours without putting your money on something, I can speak to this more than anyone. You most likely have a problem. Like, if you're sitting there at home going, well, I'm not really into the college basketball. I didn't see any NBA game I really love on the card tonight. But, man, I hate that Ayatollah. Hey, honey, I'm putting our mortgage on the Ayatollah's going to die by Sunday. You good with that? There's a good chance you've got a gambling problem.
Unfortunately, I also think it leads into the minds of people who believe in conspiracy theories.
Sure.
This is a way to reinforce and double down on your belief of random...
Like, do you think Barron Trump put some money on Kalshi against the Ayatollah? I'd like to know.
I'd like to know.
Because if I was him, I would.
Yeah.
Because you got to figure they're having dinner at some point. Hey, son, by the way, you still got that Kalshi account? You got a Polymarket account? Just saying, you might want to put a couple bucks on. He's not going to survive.
Thanks for the tip, Dad.
So we'll get to that with you throughout the day. Obviously, Knicks Spurs yesterday off the Buck win on Friday by 30. Another win by 30 or thereabouts. And that's Knicks basketball. And you get Knicks basketball at its best. It is very, very hard team. They are a very, very hard team to beat. We'll get into that. And I just want to say something quickly, if I can, to the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. All right? Because we'll get to the basketball coming up later today. But the St. Louis Cardinals are doing something that the New York Mets and Aramark and the New York Yankees and what's the name of their concession company again? They own it with the Cowboys.
It's the Cowboys, yeah.
Maybe you could look that up on your handy-dandy laptop.
Yeah.
In any event, the St. Louis Cardinals are doing something that might be the single greatest idea for fans when it comes to concession stands in a very, very long time. They're calling it the Coca-Cola deal. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I am.
$29 per person, okay? So consider that. So you're a family of four. So you're looking at $120 out of your pocket, okay?
Okay.
For a family of four. $29 per person. But here's what you get. Bottomless Coke and Diet Coke and other Coke products, okay? Unlimited hot dogs. Unlimited peanuts, unlimited bratwurst, unlimited nachos, unlimited fries.
All of this?
Unlimited chips, and more and more and more. $29 a person. It's sponsored by Coca-Cola. How great would that be if you got to go to Yankee Stadium with your beautiful wife and your two boys?
Right.
And look, $130 not cheap. I'm not saying it is. But it's unlimited everything that you guys are going to drink and eat with your two sons.
It's a great deal.
Is that not a great deal?
It's an incredible deal.
Yeah, like if you took your wife and two boys to a Yankee game, minimum, you're about $130 anyway, right? Cotton candy, peanuts, popcorn, chips, all of it's included, $29 a person. And then you know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to leave your kids and wife in the seats. You're going to go up.
Of course.
You're going to load up. Take it to them, go back, load up again. So the $130 is really maybe $58.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Unlimited.
Unlimited.
Popcorn, peanuts, chips.
You know what that tells
soda.
me?
Yeah.
The Cardinals are going to stink. That's what it tells me. The Cardinals know they have a reputation for being a great baseball city.
Yes.
And they're going to be a terrible team this
think
year
so?
as they are rebuilding
That's
and
what
reloading.
you read into that?
And they want to make sure that building is full and everybody's happy.
$29?
That's a great deal. It is a great deal.
Like, I would go to a Cardinal game, I think.
Would you fly there?
I think I might.
Just to go?
Yeah.
Save money.
I could go to St. Louis and back right now for $130.
Probably.
The ticket's probably $10. We're seeing the house, $20, right?
Right.
St. Louis and back by myself, I'm still under $200, and I'm stuffed when I get home. Pretty good.
Yeah, the Yankees, and I think it's Legends, right? Legends Hospitality.
Legends, that's it. Good job with that.
They're not going to. That's an insane deal.
Insane
They're not
deal.
going to do that.
I think you got to do it for a couple games.
They're not going to do that. Listen, I'm in. Yeah,
or do it in the bleachers or something.
Something. There's got to be maybe standing room only. You get that kind of ticket.
Yeah, I'm all about
food,
it.
But
anyhow,
yeah, the Cardinals are going to stink.
We got a great show for you today. We got a bunch of baseball coming your way. We do have the Knicks Spurs coming your way as well. But I'm fascinated by this Kalshi Poly Market stuff and the fact that people are not getting paid out after making a wager. I'm also, to be honest, as much as I am a compulsive gambler, and I did wager on things like ping pong and a Tijuana dog race. Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
No, I did. I admit it.
On ping pong?
Yeah.
Like
ping pong.
Like
professional ping pong.
Real? There's like professional ping pong league and you can bet on it?
It's actually the second most wagered sport in Colorado.
Is that a fact?
Football's number one. Table tennis is what they call it. Is the second most wagered on sport in the state of Colorado.
Interesting.
I don't know why. Because it's over in like China or Europe. It's like, it's not domestic.
Yeah.
So you're betting on dudes you've never seen or heard because you want to gamble.
A lot of guys who hang out in ski resorts with ping pong tables in there or something.
I
Is that what happened?
It must be because Colorado, it's huge in Colorado.
And Tijuana dog racing?
Yeah, and I'm not even sure the dogs existed. Yeah.
Where do you watch it?
Yeah, you don't. You don't. They tell you if you win, and guess what? I lost. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
That's called compulsive gambling. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I was up. I was bored. I obviously was playing blackjack nonstop.
Right.
And I was like, what else is there to gamble on? Tijuana dog racing starting in about 8 minutes. I don't think the dogs existed. Shockingly, I really don't.
Amazingly
But they
enough.
post odds like it's a horse race. And while I couldn't see the dogs
Did they give you any
racing.
information on it, or you just picking?
No.
Yeah.
Just the names of the dogs.
There's not like the sheet printout. You get it to like the
No, it's not like
racetrack.
what's that dog doing the quarter mile?
You can look at all their peepees.
No. Peepees? Yeah. Is that where we're going?
Past performances.
Yo,
That's what they call them.
Okay.
Yeah. So Fred, what's up with this PB? That was always a comment I found funny. Past performances.
A couple tough guys at the track talking about horses' peepees.
Yes.
Yeah, and they actually said, "Hey, what's up with Serengeti's peepee?"
You see his peepees?
Sounds like something you might hear on Epstein's Island, but that's a whole nother thing.
Anything else you want to touch on today? Anything else? No other politic?
I'm
Anything
just saying,
you sure?
there used to be a thing in GA where they said, the easiest way to spot a compulsive gambler is with two guys sitting next to each other when it's raining outside, betting on, as the rain comes down the window, like which drop of rain gets to the bottom of the window first. That's how you spot a compulsive gambler when it's raining outside.
Yeah.
But I think Tijuana dog racing or the assassination of a world leader might also be a clue that you've got a gambling problem.
I would think so.
Is that fair to say?
I would think you should seek help.
Yeah, you didn't
First sue them for the money that they owe you.
Yeah, get your money.
And then seek help.
Yeah. You did not wager on it? Just so I could check.
No, I didn't.
Hey, Pete, did you wager on the ouster of the
thought about
Iranian
it.
I did not, no.
Uber Lord? No? You didn't?
The Uber Lord?
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Is there any part of you that wishes you had? Right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
probably.
Like if you knew, free money,
yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not hurting anybody,
No.
right?
If I could go back in time and bet on what already happened in any way, shape, or form, yes, I suppose I would. I suppose I would.
Well, Back to the Future too.
That's true. That was the little bit the almanac.
Yeah, that's right. He knew the results of every
every single sort of
Let's get your calls.
That's the dream.
Yeah, that is the dream for a lot of us. Yeah, sadly. 888-808-1019. Jimmy's in Delaware on the Fan. Jimmy, how are you?
Hey,
Hey, Craig. How you doing? And
good.
It's so good to hear you, man.
Thanks.
I enjoy it. And Big Mac, I like listening to you too, except for when the Yankees can do no wrong.
Yeah, well, that's called every Saturday morning.
That's during baseball season, so.
And I'm an Oriole fan, and I listen to you, Big Mac.
Oh, thank you very much. Maybe you guys can actually play this year. We'll see.
Shoo. Hey, Craig. So this fascinates me with this Kalshi. When you have different gambling sites, if your state at one time Delaware didn't have gambling, so you could not pull up any gambling site like DraftKings or anything like, and you couldn't gamble inside of the state. Well, now this Kalshi doesn't have any boundaries.
Well, let me just be clear. It's not just Kalshi. It's all of them. Polymarket, all of them, because they think that they're a derivative that's being traded, not a wager that's being made. And they think the federal government oversees it as opposed to state governments. But there's a major movement nationwide now to change that and to give the states control. Now, there's a lot of states that are going to approve it because they view it as, added tax income for them. Mm-hmm. But there's also a lot of states like Texas and California that already have outlawed state-wide gambling, mobile gambling on sporting events that are not going to let them continue to do business. So it's going to evolve for sure. It's just interesting, Jim, that, I'm watching the news because theoretically we're at war. And, I'm interested in that, of course. I'm a dad, I'm a husband, and I have a sensitivity to what's going on in the world as it might impact me and my kids and my wife. And the second biggest story of this whole event over the weekend was the tens of millions of dollars wagered on whether or not he was going to be the leader of Iran on March 1st. And then those people that won that wager are now not getting paid. That story's a sports story. Every which way you could cut it.
Yeah. No,
right?
It is. It's a gambling kind of sports story. I'm more into it. Again, when I hear it, I wonder who's betting this money.
Yeah.
And should we be, I know there's no regulations, but should we be looking into who's placing bets on events that end up happening to take place? It's one thing to say, I think the Yankees are going to win.
Sure.
And then they win. I go, it's another to say something like this. It's another to pick these world events out of thin air.
Right.
And
exactly.
It would be one thing if it was like there was money bet on it. It would depend. Is money bet on it regularly? Or was March 1st a huge swelling uptick?
Yeah, I know
how much money was bet on it.
There's been money on it for a while because there's been rumors that we might attack them. Sure. Yeah. So I think people are wagering on it as a future bet type of thing. But then in the last, prior to Saturday, the 48, 72 hours before that, the wagering amounts, double, tripled, quadrupled, et cetera. Yeah. Not that means that there was inside info, but it means there was inside info. Right? Like like pillow talk. Honey, guess what? Tomorrow's a big day. I don't know if you want to tell your friends, but tomorrow we're going in. That type of thing.
It's insane.
It is insane.
It's insane what you can gamble on now.
No doubt. All right, we'll get all your calls coming up, 888-828-1019. We got the big Knick win against the San Antonio Spurs. So for those of you that keep hating on my Knicks, how you like me now as we own the San Antonio Spurs? And frankly, the Eastern Conference, not with the Detroit Pistons. What happened?
Let's not do this.
What happened?
Let's not do it every win and every loss.
You
even push against it.
I said 2 wins.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. They beat the Bucks.
Back-to-back wins.
Yeah. And
scared Giannis out of coming back.
They played well yesterday.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. They had a really good game. The entire bench shooting threes. They've kind of become that team, though, haven't they?
Yes.
When they hit threes, they win.
Yeah.
When they don't, they lose.
That's true.
And we saw a lot out of Karl Anthony Towns. We saw more out of Bridges. We'll get to it in a bit. But let's not play the game where when they beat the Spurs, suddenly we're the team to beat in the East, because we sat here just last week and said we have to admit it. You had to admit it.
Yeah.
The Detroit Pistons are the best team in the East.
I still feel that way.
And they're going to be favored to come out.
Yes, they are.
And the Knicks are going to have to play excellent basketball, not just good basketball and assume the Pistons won't match the level. The Knicks are going to have to outperform the Pistons, which right now they've been unable to do. And there's no reason to think that they just will, because the game's going to start.
Plus, Tatum's allegedly coming back this weekend. Yeah. So that adds another little wrinkle to what the Celtics are doing. But I feel good about my Knicks.
You should.
I do feel good about my Knicks. I do.
You should.
All right, we'll get all your phone calls. Just getting how the week started. Glad to have you here. It's the Carton Show with Big Mac exclusively on the Fan.